right, quick fight review, guys. Keep in mind it's late, so you guys know that y'all already get limited versions of this, and I get back with y'all in the morning, even though it's the morning right now. Like I said, I didn't pay for the fight. I wasn't even watching the fight at the time. In these situations, I had my boy record the fight, then I go over to his crib and then I watch it. So that's how I caught the fight. But initially, when I was out, I started getting a whole lot of text messages. And that's what actually had me cut my little night short. You know what I'm saying? And I beelined it to my boy's house and he popped it in and let me watch it. But the text messages that I was getting, if you listen to my video that I dropped before the fight, when I was telling you that I wasn't buying this shit and I gave you my reasons for it, at the end, I broke down what happened to people like Gervonta Tank Davis that keep moving like this. There's a storyline with people that moves like Tank Davis, and it only ends one of a couple ways. All right. I broke down that exact scenario on the last video. I'm not going to go into it in detail. Go back and watch it. But I said, eventually, this shit was going to happen. Did I know it was going to be tonight? No. But I knew eventually this shit was going to happen. So if you wonder what that is, just go to my last video, skip somewhere to around about the middle. Well, fuck it, just watch the whole fucking video. It's not that long. And I broke this shit down to a T. And Lord behold, as sure as the sky is blue, that's exactly what's happened. But it's not hard to foresee stuff like that. It's called common sense and deductive reasoning. Stick with it. I try to tell y'all that carries you through life. It carries you through a lot of things. Now let's get to the fight. All right. I'm going to throw the knee out for now. All right. Because it only helps complicate things. Let's say the knee is not in there. Based off ring generalship, counter punching, and the body work alone, Lamont Roach beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Hands down, it's not an argument. It's not nothing. And I'll say this, for the first time, I've seen Gervonta Davis get in there with somebody where what Lamont Roach doing stood out more than everything that Gervonta Tank Davis was doing. Lamont Roach counters was just stand out. Not only that, they were beautiful. Not only that, he shows that he was a smarter fighter. You know what I'm saying? And as far as IQ, Lamont's was a little bit higher and his defense was good. He could stand right there in front of him. But just based off ring generalship alone, Lamont Roach went in there and made him fight his fight versus letting Tank get his way. Okay? He forced him to fight a fight that he didn't want. So it didn't follow the course how he wanted it to. That's number one. Okay? Ring generalship alone. Number two, the body work alone puts him above Gervonta Tank Davis. And his counter shots just stood out more. Everything that Lamont did stood out more to me than Gervonta Tank Davis. And I know the judges seen it the same way. That's something that I didn't suspect. You know what I'm saying? The way he was countering Davis and then going to the body, and he left nothing to spare. He wasted no time. And not only that, man, Lamont Roach had the motherfucking eye of the tiger, didn't he? You know what I'm saying? And some of the judges like, man, well, why is he standing right there in front of him and all that other? Some stuff is psychological. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is just psychological. The fact that Roach was standing right there, was not wavering, had that stone cold look in his face. You know what I'm saying? And he was standing right there, right rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Pressing the action. You know what I'm saying? That wears on a person's mental, especially somebody like Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? But he held the line. You know what I'm saying? Good for Tank as much as possible. But there's no doubt that Lamont Roach won. It is no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. Now, with that being said, you have to understand now is blood in the water. And you know what happened when blood is in the water, right? the sharks come. These are sharks he was trying to keep at bay anyway. But now they're really seeking him out. Because not only that, Lamont exposed Tank. Showed you his weakness, showed you what he can't do. You know what I'm saying? And showed you what you need to do against him. Now, the only thing left for Tank to do is to do what all great fighters do in scenarios like this. Run it back. I think that's part of the reason for the draw. I think that was half corruption, half business. You know, half corruption, half business. You know what I'm saying? Because with a fight like that, they're going to want to run it again. The only way Tank can fuck this up is if he don't run it back. Then the game's going to be mad at him for that. You know what I'm saying? Because they can milk this some more. You know what I'm saying? It's just more money. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And it's a better business decision if it's a draw. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Tank don't immediately run it back, they're going to be pissed off about that. And I don't think Tank want to fight this dude again. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. But he has no choice. But if anything, he probably put his retirement schedule on super pace now, because everybody's going to be coming and everybody's going to want it. And what are you going to say? What are you going to say? And the way people can't clown Tank, ridiculous. I can't wait to see what goes on in the morning and what people got to say. Now let's get to the knee. Okay. Now that was based on all that without the knee. Let's add the knee in there now. With the knee, the rules is the rules. Okay. The knee alone secured a win for Lamont Roach. Should have counted it. The rules are the rules. Now, this is the thing. Was Tank hurt? No, Tank wasn't hurt. Tank really did have something in his eye. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was hurt and was trying to look for a way out or something like that. Because, like I said, I got the shit recorded. And I played it back a few times. And you could see him blink and almost try to rub his eye. Then he looked towards the ref. And then he took the knee. You know what I'm saying? He really did have something in his eye. But regardless of that, should have been counted. The rules is the damn rules. It was so much shit broken in this fight. So much shit wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach did beat Gervonta Tank Davis, and even Tank know it. Tank whole body language lets you know it. Tank didn't even want to raise his head. Tank was talking with his head down. He knew. We all know. You know? Now, going back to what I said in my last video, the reason why people was hitting me up. And they was talking about, damn, man, you called that shit. That shit actually happened. Now, as far as that goes, I'm tired. I ain't gonna go into all that. Just go back and listen to my last video. I broke this scenario down. What happens to people like him and what happens to their career after that shit happens. Go ahead, listen to that. Listen to this. I'm gonna get back with y'all in a few more hours. And yeah, we're gonna chop this shit up. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.